Hello YouTube, this is Forza Presenter and welcome back to the handling challenge with a relatively topical video. Yeah, I've brought this back and I've decided to do best of British, and the next one, by the way, will be best of the rest of Europe, given what's coming up. The first car is a Lotus Elise, and yeah, this is the 2005 one. I know there's a lot of Lotus Elises on this game. And this car, you sort of have to balance it with cars that have a turbo. And I'll put the turbo in this. I'm not sure if it's standard or not. You sort of have to balance it to sort of get your torque steering. But you sort of like rely on that bit of a kick at times. First one we just hit the cone. And it takes a while to get the throttle control right. Hit the wall a bit on that run. And this is another mistake through this bit. I was relatively good. This car, like, you could tell it was just going to be quick. And it was just me making stupid errors a lot of the time. This one in particular, I think, is one of my stupid errors. I have so many of the clips like this, and that was just me overestimating the speed. It's been a while since I've driven on this course. And yeah, the quicker cars tend to take a bit longer to do, because you just make stupid errors thinking you can carry more speed than you can. That one I just clattered the inside. I don't know what I was thinking with that. And now this is a strange place to make an error of judgment. I tried to get the flick in and I'd done it a bit too soon, because normally I do it too late and go horrendously wide. I knew this one wouldn't count at this point because I hit the as I was going past the hut, I hit the bollard, and yeah, and then I ended up binning it in a wall like that. I still sort of tried to keep it going, but you can see it is just about the throttle control more than anything else. And you can see we're trying to fight the car and we've spun it. You have to get used to when you control it. Another one where it was just me being a bit of an idiot, trying to show off a little bit, and I clipped the bollard as we come past the hut. And then once again, this time I just completely backed out. I just thought, I'm not going to make that. I have no need to make that because my run's gone, and decided to play it into the wall. And this, I'm not sure if it was the next run or a couple after. I scraped the wall a little bit there, and I thought, normally I'll take the 3-second penalty if I'm doing alright for time, and I was at this point, and then I made a stupid error here. I think, oh no, that's a different one, sorry, I'm out of practice. But yeah, I just, yeah, get it a bit drifting. I think I was sort of thinking, you know what, I don't really want to count that run, the 3-second penalty, and then knocking that cone over made me realise I wanted to restart. Another mistake now, coming up to that little tight bit. Considering how wide I was going, I managed to recover that and get some decent speed out of it as well. And then it was just me carrying far too much speed into that bit. You can't really take that much above 50 in any car, and I thought this Lotus was better than that. I just underestimated the car. You can see through here, I'm being a bit delicate with the throttle. I'm sort of slamming on the throttle and sort of trying to sort of balance it a little bit, but not quite. I'm trying to sort of reduce it so then I can use the kick. I can sort of kick it out with a bit more power rather than balance it, because that does like your steering for it, and it didn't work. And another mistake around this corner. But I was pretty clean for it there. That was pretty good. And then it's just this bit. I don't know why I've only made that mistake about 2 or 3 times. I reckon. It's not a mistake I'm used to making. Now, another one as you come around here, that like it is hard to get. Really get some bit oversteer like that. You just try and flick it back, and I didn't quite make that work. And then this is just another silly mistake, hitting the wall like that. But it took about 15 minutes to get a run out of this car, which isn't too bad. The quicker cars take longer because you get a bit too arrogant with them. You get a bit overconfident. And first of all, around the figure of 8 section, it's all about throttle control in this sort of vehicle. It's lightweight, it's got about 400 odd horsepower, it's got a turbocharged engine. You sort of use that turbo lag and sort of play on that, because you know when you hit above a certain rev limit, you will get the kick of oversteer, and you use that to get the car turned. And that helped us around the bollard, and it helped us going through the hut corner. Now, as you come down to the tight section, I'm swearing I had names for some of these bits, sort of in my head. It's been such a long time. Yeah, you can see as we come around there, we're pretty solid, getting a good amount of speed, braking a bit early because I didn't quite trust myself to be a bit. I knew I'd be a bit overconfident if I wasn't careful on that bit. And now we're getting nicely turned in for the start of the slalom. It's not very often I get that turned so well. And you can see we're good through these bits. We are sort of pushing it to its limits, and we're getting a bit of a slide on there but luckily we're fine. Get around the last one, and now this is it, a nice quick run. I love how everything on the car is tested, sort of the slaloming skills, sort of high speed and low speed stuff. Now we're going to be careful. Gone a little bit wide now. I have spun doing that before, and then like one run to the Ford Fiesta, I think the first run I've done on the course. Yeah, I did spin there, but it's not too bad. Yeah, as we're coming through the second of the hut now, around helicopter corner, we're doing alright through there, and that's not too bad. I like to be able to cut back a little bit here, if I am able to get the turning to do so. Yeah. So I got distracted now, so means 3 things have popped up at once on my laptop. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, coming around the second to last corner, and now we're coming through the final corner in a minute, getting ready to go through the tyre barriers and try and rush it to the line, and hopefully this car will have got first. Now the second car is a Range Rover Sport. I thought this might be quite good. I don't know why, because it's 4-wheel drive and I wanted to try obscure cars that you wouldn't think of for this. Remember, the top car is 4-wheel drive on this, so I thought, why not give a Range Rover a go? Anyway, and for this first bit, I just completely understeered. It has the turning of a canoe for some of these tight bits. Yeah. Then again, you'd expect it from a big, heavy, tall off-road car. And yeah, we are having a bit of trouble on some of these bits. So I think I've clattered the wall by this point already. I was just sort of trying to see if I could get around the figure of 8. And yeah, you have to be aware this car is understeery and doesn't stop. Oh my god, the turning on it, yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, but I was just giving it a bit of a go around there. You can just see the understeer. There's a massive problem. And once again, understeering, not getting slowed down, hit the wall a bit. Amazingly, wouldn't have messed up that too much, but yeah, by that point the run was gone. I think this engine's supercharged as V8, so you don't sort of get the torque. You don't get the torque and like the kick of power to get you round corners, because the power's a bit more instant with a supercharger. Yeah, we just clattered the wall a little bit there, and we've done that. That wasn't an action replay, by the way. That was a very similar mistake. But because this car's a bit slower, it didn't really take that long to get a decent run out of it, because once you get used to the steering, it's less of a thing of fighting the car, whereas with the faster ones, you are fighting them because they want to spin out all the time. And they want to sort of force you around a bit more. But yeah, we're good through the start of the run. Keeping it nice and tidy. And not really much more I can ask. It does understeer catastrophically around that bit. That was a bit in particular, you notice it. This bit, I think I went a bit slower to make sure it didn't understeer, because I was scared of hitting the hut a little bit. But we got it round there, weren't too close to the bollard. And now we're sort of just gradually braking, just try and estimate what I need, try and get a bit of turn done, get a bit more. Then, and yeah, you can see sort of the time difference. We're a good couple of seconds away from the Lotus at this point, and now we're heavy braking into here and get a bit of speed going. I was a bit scared about going wide with this, so I was trying to keep it nice and tidy. I think this bit is probably where we lost a lot of time, because I didn't really want, like, I'd get the kick of power every few, because I didn't really want to try and coast it a little bit, and got extremely close to the bollard there, rather than the last cone. Around the final cone now, and we're going back between the bollard and the hut, ready to try and go around the tyre barrier. This isn't going to be a tight donut, is it really? I was trying to get the bit of kick out so I can get the kick in, sort of thing, like you try and turn it out so you get a bit more of a kick when you try and steer it. Didn't really work. It was a bit of a wide line, felt a bit slow. Sometimes it's better to go a little bit slower around there, but I wasn't going to get much of a power slide in this. Helicopter corner. This car, at high speed, it understeers even worse than at low speed. And I didn't realise how close this was. I was trying to take that line so I didn't have to go around the first lamppost, but I didn't realise how close I was to it until I watched it back on the replay. And you can see now, down the back straight, up to the final couple of corners. You can see we're going a bit wide there. It really doesn't matter about what line you take through there. You want to go a little bit wider, especially through this bit, just so you can get the turn in through the barriers and up to the line. And now the final car is probably my favourite Jaguar of all time until the F-Type and the Project 7 came out. It is the E-Type. Yeah, I say that, I love the F-Types now. But anyway, this car, I'm just going to say it now, has a habit for sliding. It was relatively controllable though. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Like the other cars, I've sort of had a bit of oversteer for it, but no, this would properly spin out. Like the wheel spin was incredible, and here we go, spun out already, brilliant. And now for this bit, this was the second run. I think I've got all the runs in this because it didn't take too long. But yeah, you see, I just spun out again. I don't normally spin there, if I'm perfectly honest. And once again, I can tell, I thought I was going to hit the wall on the other bit. Well, I hit it in the end. Anyway, I'm getting my runs muddled up now. It's a bit weird. I've done so much editing towards the end of this that I'm getting a bit confused and all over the place about where we are. Anyway, so here we are now, first couple of corners. Once again, tidy, throttle control, just about manage it. And then I just get the kick of understeer, or I didn't trust myself and so I had to back out. Anyway, this is the next run. We've done well to get this far. Clipped the wall a little bit there, not too bad. I thought I hadn't lost too much time, so I thought I'd just give it a go. Although I knew this wouldn't be the run. And you can see we're good through there. And it's, yeah, I think at this point I knew if I had even a slight mistake I was going to call it a day, because I did clip the wall a bit on that really tight section. And then I just understeered a little bit. I just got it turned in a bit too much for one of the cones and not enough for the next one. This is the next attempt. Look, once again, getting this far in the early runs is brilliant. Normally you'd suck on the first two obstacles for absolutely ages. And I almost rolled it. That one had me in giggles a little bit. I don't know how I managed to almost roll off that. Stupid error there. I make those a lot when it comes to doing this. It's just you sort of underestimate it, or you don't quite get your angle right. Trying to get through, and I've done it again. But like I say, it wasn't massively difficult to get this car around once you get used to its certain traits, shall we say. First bit onto the figure of 8, pretty good. Yeah, it is quite a quick car, and you can just see like all the throttle control there to try and sort of use the wheel spin to get it turned. I know I've mentioned that a lot in this video, but you really do notice that in a lot of these cars. Good balance through there. This is a really good car. Got a bit of a drift there. If I didn't have that, I probably would have been a little bit faster with this car, and it is a little bit disappointing when you look at it. But we're coming down into this narrow section. I think I'll just have to call it that. No, bottleneck. Sorry, I'm just thinking of a name on the fly now. Yeah, so through the bottleneck onto the spin drive corner. Although I'm not doing a spin drive through it because I cannot do those to save my life. And trying to get it turned in early for the start of the slalom. I like to do that so I can get the car straightened up a little bit, but just getting the kick of power to get me through a little bit. And I don't like doing that. Although you can, it's just a bit of a risk because you do tend to go a little bit wider when you do that. I like to keep a nice tight line and do as little steering as possible. If I was doing a figure of 8, I wouldn't be doing that. But yeah. So now here we are on the run now, past the hut again, and now we're going to use the kick in, try and get us turned, give us a bit more to do. And I could feel the car was going to go out a bit far there, but I managed to get it back controlled, get the turning alright. And now we're coming up. I know it's a quick end to the lap, but it does test the handling a little bit. It tests your sort of stability. And I'll just do it because I wouldn't be that accurate really with the timing. It's only to allow it to be a bit more accurate. Going a bit understeery there for the first bit, probably because I was going a bit too quick. But it really doesn't matter. We've got lots of speed now on this back straight, up to the penultimate corner, and now we're getting ready for this final little bit, ready to go through the tyre barrier. Keep it nice and tidy through there, don't get too oversteery or understeery. There we are through there, and they cross the line in the E-Type. And can I just say, that car actually did feel really good on that run. It just has a sort of balance to it. And now we move on to have a look at the times, and the Lotus Elise goes into second, still 4 seconds almost off the Mitsubishi Evo. Nothing's going to take that off the top. And I'm going to try my hardest to see if I can get something to beat that. The E-Type is down in 12th with a 2:15.2. Can't help but think it would have been a little bit better if it wasn't for the few drifts that it sort of had and the oversteer moments. And the Range Rover is between the Fiesta and the Bel Air. I didn't expect that to be massively impressive, but it was good to see what it could do. Now, thank you for watching this video. This has been Forza Potenza, and I shall see you next time. Bye!